Okay, so in this episode of Gav Details, we're going to be going over I guess it would be an option to purchasing a dedicated 1 to 2 inch polisher. We have this attachment for something like what I'm going to be using here, which is a Porter Cable 7424XP. This 1 inch backing plate extension attachment is available on buffdaddy.com. So I will put the link in the description below. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be using these 1 inch pads. There is black for finishing, yellow for polishing. There is a burgundy cutting pad, and then also, if you can see in there, it's very small, it is a microfiber cutting pad, very thin, that pad there on top. The reason that we're going to be using this attachment is we're going to be working on the door handle area of the car. So while this the old handle is out, we're going to take that time to clean up the area. We're just going to be using a rinseless wash sprayed into a Rag Company Edgeless 365, and we're going to wipe the area clean. I'll get a couple shots of the existing swirls on the inside of the perch. We'll put a little bit of tape around the edges and go ahead and show how the 1 inch attachment works. You'll need the wrench tool that comes with the Porter Cable, or perhaps whichever wrench comes with your machine. And then we're using a 1/2 inch wrench. So you'll be using one on the nut here and the nut here on top. Okay, so going with a scan grip pen, we can see here on the inside of the door handle there are some scratches from fingernails or wiping in there when it's dirty. So we'll be trying to get rid of some of these scratches here. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to start off with a yellow polishing pad and a finishing polish. I'm going to go with Menzerna 3500 to see what it does with the defects. Even polishing small areas, you definitely want to start off with a less aggressive pad and polish and kind of work from there. There's no need to get out a microfiber cutting pad and a compound if it's not necessary. So I will cut away to the polishing step. Okay, so you can see here we have the extension and the backing plate hooked up. We've got the 1 inch yellow polishing pad. We have our Menzerna 3500. We're going to shake it up. Now we're only going to be using the machine to spread it at a speed 1 and then maybe bump it up to speed 2. When you're doing detail work like this, you don't need very high speeds. The counterweight on the machine is for a 5 inch pad. So we're just going to apply some of the polish to the pad. So here's the polish on the pad. We don't need a lot. Again, we're going to start at speed 1 and just kind of spread it out here. The pad is very soft, so you don't want to put a lot of downward pressure, or else you're going to be almost using the backing plate. Just after spreading the polish, I don't think anything more than a speed 1, maybe a 1.5 is going to be needed. I'm just going to try and do these edges here a little bit up the side. I'm not really going to be worried about underneath on top, because you don't really see that, and I don't want to throw polish everywhere with the machine kind of hanging out. Plus, the shroud gets in the way if you're trying to do this. You'd be on an angle. And I'm not really going to polish this area here because there's edges here where the pegs go through that are on the back of the handle, and I don't want to tear up the pad, and I don't want to scuff up any paint here because some of the paint is exposed in these holes. It looks like they almost drilled from either the inside out or from the outside in order for those two posts to go through there. So I'm just going to do a little bit more polishing here. Okay, so would a typical Nano iBrid work in this situation? Absolutely, but I'm not willing to separate myself with $600 for a polisher that I wouldn't be using all the time. Something like this can definitely be used for any type of detail or edge work, once in a while. I don't think any extended runtime with the machine is a good idea, only because you don't want to throw off any of the mechanics on the inside off. And once in a while, here and there, if you're a hobbyist or a weekend warrior, and this is something that you do just on like your car and your friend's cars, anything like that. Obviously, professional shops would either have a lot of these less expensive machines with this type of attachment, or they're going to have the more expensive equipment. So we're just going to remove the polish here using an edgeless 365 from the Brad company. I don't even need my light. I can still see a little bit of scratching. More so here where it kind of bends upward versus the bottom area. The bottom area actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to change pads. I'm going to use the same kind of polish, but I'm going to use one of the little bit rougher burgundy pads. This would be a foam cutting pad. Add a little bit of polish. Okay. This is gonna help have the pad not collapse as much because it's a little bit more firm. And again, we're going to spread it on the one setting for speed and just kind of keep going. And that helped a little bit. The only issue is here you're running into is you're on a bend and you don't want to bog out the machine. So I might do a little bit of hand polishing. And, I figured I'd give it a shot. Something different. Yeah, so I mean, you can polish trim. You'd be able to polish around, the door lock area if you weren't comfortable using a larger size pad, over the two edges. You'd want to do like a small edge work here and maybe along the edges. So, like I said, it's an inexpensive option that you can purchase, have shipped to your home, and try it out. This way, you're not putting yourself out there for, $500 or $600. So, for maybe what we can call a less productive video, sometimes you got to try things out and see if they work. So, I think that this is a tool that can be useful in certain situations. Maybe we're in too much of a confined space here, or there's not enough pad to kind of conform. So a little bit of finger polishing, no problem. So If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you found it helpful and maybe saved you some money from purchasing a different polisher, go ahead and maybe leave a comment below. And for more detailing videos, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks.